Hi everybody, Big Dave from Integrity Hyundai here. Just wanted to go over some of the awesome technical additions they've done to the 2017 Elantra SE. This is a new model that came out halfway through the 17 production year. It's one level up from the GLS, so we have things like the sunroof and leather seats and such. But the best part is it's got a lot of safety features built into this car, like autonomous braking, adaptive cruise control with start-stop capability, and it has even lane keeping ability. So these are little safety devices to help when you're going down the road if you happen to take your eye off the road for a minute or anything like that. The car also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in that, which is a nice feature. Right now we're looking at the 7-inch monitor that comes with the car. We can see what radio station we're listening to. We can add apps that we want in here, SoundHound, stuff like that, for our music apps that everybody's using these days. And we have our Apple CarPlay, for instance. Since I use an Apple phone, it mimics the home screen of your phone. You got your home button here. We can look at our music, and it looks just like it does on your phone. It's just like having that app. We use our home button, we get back to here. With this, we can do such as navigation, which is nice to have now. You're not looking at your phone while you're driving down the road. You can see it right on the screen of your car. You're not going to have to worry about getting tickets for distracted driving and stuff like that. It all functions through Siri, so you can use the voice activated button. You can ask where, put your directions, anything. It mimics Siri on the car here, which is a nice feature. We want to get back to the home screen, we can do that. We can talk to text via this, which is handy. A lot of people text nowadays, and of course we have distracted driving laws. We don't want to get caught because it's demerit points and a whole lot of money to pay to the police. Access our Hyundai screen, we can go right back, just as simple as that. So a really nice feature there. Now we're rolling down the highway here. I'd like to show you the adaptive cruise. If we can see up in this area, our cruise control is already active. If I set my speed, you'll see a little car up in here with a blue dot in front of it. That's representing the space on your car between you and the person in front of you. I'm going to move my cruise speed up to 115 here. You'll see there is some traffic ahead of us, and I'm going to put my range at the longest distance because we are traveling on the highway. So we'll start out at 7 car lengths, which is a nice safe distance to be traveling on the highway. Each one of these bars represents a car length itself. So we get closer towards a town where you don't want to have such a gap with the vehicle in front of you. We can reduce that spacing by simply pushing this button, and it will adapt. And we can squeeze right up to 3 car lengths, which is deemed a safe traveling distance by DOT. So simple as that. You'll see that I have the cruise locked at 111 kilometers an hour. The vehicle in front of me is doing 103. And so that's the speed I'm doing. When I signal out of my lane, and now he's out of the vision of my camera, you'll see my vehicle we're accelerating up to the 111 that I have the cruise set up. We're also approaching another vehicle in front of me who's doing 110. So now we're sitting at 110 kilometers an hour, adapted to his speed, which is nice. We're capable of slowing down to a complete stop in this vehicle with the adaptive cruise. If the vehicle in front of me needs to brake, we will brake behind him. And you'll see we're coming into a 70 zone now with a stoplight. As he slows down, we're going to slow down with him, and we're going to maintain that safe distance. I'm not touching the brake. I'm not touching the throttle. I'm merely just letting the car do its job. While we're on this screen, you'll see a little icon here, and it's just turned green. What that's indicated now is my lane keeping is active. So if my hands were to come off the wheel, and let me just drift it towards the white line, you'll see that the car picks up the lane, and it actually centers itself back in, which is neat. If my hands are off the wheel for more than 10 seconds, and you're going to see this shortly, it's going to give me an alert. And it's going to tell me, hey, you got to get your hands back on the wheel. Keep hands on the steering wheel. It's still lane keeping, but what it's doing is it's requiring that I grab the steering wheel. This light has turned red, so you'll see the car is coming to a complete stop behind this vehicle. You'll notice my cruise is still set at 111 kilometers per hour. But as we come to the intersection, it's adapting to this vehicle. Now the light's green. Oh, the police have us coming to a complete stop. I am not touching the brake. The car is doing all the work right here. We have some sheriffs out doing their job today. We'll control through here. So I'm just going to hit the resume now, and I'm going to take my foot back off the throttle, and you'll see here that we're going to pick up speed behind this vehicle again. I'm still locked in at 111 kilometers an hour, but you'll see that our speed is increasing as the vehicle in front of us does. Just some great features that Hyundai's added to their vehicle, as well as the blind spot detection. We have the autonomous braking. Autonomous braking works between 8 kilometers an hour and 80 kilometers an hour. You're in town driving down a side street, you spill your coffee and you take your eyes off the road for a minute, and a child runs out in front of your car, it's going to stop. It's a safety feature that's becoming very popular in the car world, and the Elantra SE is proud to brag it has that in it now. You'll see how my adapted to the vehicle in front of me. We had a vehicle come between us and the vehicle in front of him. Very good service there. Here we are, lane keeping. I'm going to take my hands off the road, off the wheel again. You'll see as I drift towards the center line, it picks up the steering. So we're not recommending that you try to drive across Canada without hands, but there is instances where you take your hand off the wheel, the vehicle is going to assist you to get down the road safely. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you have a great day. Come on down to Integrity Hyundai, see any of us salesmen, and take one of these SEs out for a test drive.